Hello, buddy, and welcome. In here, I'm going to be talking about more of your arrows and such forth. Now, I have a compound bow, as you can tell here, with the camber links, or wheels, should I say. Now, most people, when you're talking about different type of arrows you have, and what you're capable of shooting, depending on poundage and such forth, it differs, or whatever is suited for you. But when it comes to compound bows, they tell you one thing: don't dry fire it, of course. But they also say you can't use standard wooden arrows for a compound bow. But yet you can use them for a standard recurve. Now why is that? Well, it's more powerful. Is that really a reason? No. A compound bow and a recurve bow work pretty much the same principle. You draw them back, you shoot them. A compound bow actually has a unique feature that a lot of people like, and that's why they don't uh, they don't not a lot of people just want to go for recurves. They like the compound bow because it has a percent of let off. Now, what I believe with compound bows would be the reason why most people don't want you to use wooden arrow, or because the wooden arrows won't be tough enough for the reaction of compound bow, is because of the let off. The let off basically decreases how much weight you have. So there's a soft spot that basically decrease the amount of speed for a percentage of time before it goes and kicks it. So your arrow is technically going very slowly, about 40% slower than the real speed it's going to go for a recurve bow. So if I put this arrow in and then bend it back, I'm getting full weight right here. But if I bend it back more, I have less weight I'm required to pull. So from this point to that point, there's a small difference in velocity power that's going into the arrow. That's why the reason why wooden arrows don't really work is because they flex too much. And what the compound bow does is it shoots a percent of slowness and then goes to a burst of speed in an instant, instead of giving that full speed to the arrow at one entire period, what the recurve do, because you don't have that percent of let off. So to counteract this thing and most people's problems is you don't full draw it. You basically pull it back to where the cambers stop at the point of let off, and then you release. This will give you the ability to shoot a wooden arrow in a compound bow, but you will not have full draw length. That will be the one issue that you will be lacking for a compound bow versus a recurve bow, if you do wish to fire a standard wooden arrow. And I need to put more tape on this because my arrowheads are falling off. So I'm going to be blind firing this later on if I don't fix that. But there you go, and hopefully that fixes anybody's problems for fearing to use wooden arrows for their compound bow. At least that's what I believe that works out for a compound bow, because all the power is not being exerted to the wooden arrow at once like a recurve. So if you do that same action as a recurve without giving the full draw and the let off ability, then basically you're pretty much the same thing as a recurve. And then you can shoot.